Well, good morning. Happy spring. It is finally here. We've been waiting forever, the way it seems. A lot of folks are just darn tired of winter hanging around and looking for a little better weather, maybe moving in the days ahead. All right, it's that time where we take a look at what to expect in the markets today. And one item of focus here is a sale announced overnight by USDA. Let's take a look. It is corn. And this time around, a little bit unusual. It's from a country we usually don't hear about. Peru came in about 110,000 tons of corn overnight. It was for the current marketing year. So we add that to the mix, and that'll add to the sales of corn, which have been running very strong here lately anyway. So we welcome Peru as a buyer this particular week here of a significant amount of U.S. corn. Here to talk about it, we have Rich Nelson on the line. He's with Allendale Incorporated in McHenry, Illinois. Happy spring, Rich. What are you looking for today after that big sell-off that we had in the grains yesterday?
You know, I think probably the focus here for today will be on these state-by-state releases as far as the crop condition ratings that came out overnight from a few select states, mainly some declines here posted for states of Kansas, Oklahoma, and also Texas on the good to excellent ratings for winter wheat. So I think that might have a little support here for today's discussion here.
What kind of declines are you talking about here?
So Kansas going from 12% good to excellent down to 11, so a drop of 1. Oklahoma drop of 7% good to excellent, now 5% good to excellent. And Texas saw ratings drop from 13% good to excellent and getting down to 10, so dropping of 3. Also, 2 of those 3 posted increases for the poor to very poor category as well.
So this is kind of counterbalancing the fact that Oklahoma and Texas gained on their good to excellent ratings last week, right?
Certainly right, and it also kind of throws a little more interest in the trade's viewpoint right now, especially after these weekend rains that we're all still more or less talking about right now.
Of course, there's always a lag effect there. All that moisture you just mentioned that occurred in, well, let's call it about the eastern 2/3 of the southern plains over the weekend. We won't really know how much good that did for a week or two to see if that crop snaps out of it or not. What else are you looking at here? I understand yesterday we did a lot of technical damage and some of the ag commodity charts and different commodities, whether it's corn, soybeans, wheat, cattle, hogs, I mean, you name it. There was a lot of technical action taking place yesterday. Have they done enough to the downside yet?
You know, I think they certainly woke the trade up quite a bit here, and for our viewpoint, at least, there's probably a bit more to go on the soybean end of things here, especially as we kind of transition away from a South American viewpoint, now focusing back on U.S. fundamentals, which, for the most part, have not improved too much. And on the winter wheat side, perhaps you can suggest there might be just a few cents left on the downside, but maybe not too much dramatic. So I think, like you mentioned here, the chart breakage and that bit, along with maybe a focus back on the U.S. side of things on the beans, might be the trade's focus here these next couple of weeks here.
I thought it was a little interesting, just a sign of the times. Now that we're into the first day of spring, I see where Texas is 35% complete on their corn planting already.
Actually, a great point here, and that is a little ahead of that, I believe it was 26% 5-year average. So good to see this is going on right now. And big question for us, of course, about this corn planting. Will it be planting more or less corn? Will it be going to beans or cotton? So all kinds of good questions, and certainly we'll see some answers here these next 2 to 5 weeks here.
All right. Well, thank you, Rich. Appreciate it. Rich Nelson is with Allendale Incorporated. We're going to be back in just a moment. We'll talk about our livestock industry. It was a down day yesterday. We'll take a deeper look when we come back.